tell me what you guys think about the quick little intro. It was made by my good friend Ryland, aka Archisel9. And yeah, I might use it some more in the future, but it just depends on whether you guys like it or not. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight or today whenever you're watching this? Me, myself, I'm in a pretty good mood just because I know Friday is going to be a really good day. I get out of school early, I'm going to spend the day with my girlfriend, and I'm going to go home and do nothing for the rest of the night. But yeah, tell me how you guys are today or tonight, whenever. Just leave a comment down below. Anyways, this is just a pretty fun NU battle I had against MasculineBasculin, and I just brought a team full of random ass things I want to try out, like Haunter. And honestly, Haunter is really one of the most underrated threats in NU, so definitely gonna abuse that for a while, because every time I face it, I seem to have troubles against it. And honestly, there wasn't really anything too threatening on my opponent's team, although Electabuzz and Milk Tank might prove to be a bit annoying. I can perfectly deal with them. I let off with my Braviary as he let off with the Basculin. I don't want to take an Aqua Jet, so I switched directly into my Tangela. And knowing that I am going to bait in the Flareon, I then decide to pull a double switch into my Braviary. As he does bring it in, it turns out that he is the offensive gut set, which means I will be able to go straight for the Brave Bird and OHKO him. But he makes a very odd switch into this Electabuzz. And why would you ever switch in Electabuzz on a Braviary? Yes, he does resist Brave Bird, but still, never switch in Electabuzz on any attack. It has no bulk. Above that, I actually end up getting a crit, which really does matter, because now Electabuzz, one potential threat, is no longer going to be threatening as it could have been. And not wanting anything outside of my Skunk Tank to take the Volt Switch, I decided to switch directly into that as he Volt Switch into the Torterra. The fact that I am fearing the Earthquake and that I am going to switch out is so obvious that he is going to make the good play and go for these Stealth Rocks. But in all honesty, I need my Skunk Tank for that Gardevoir, so my best play was to switch out, which means I can get up my Stealth Rocks after he goes for the Earthquake. He then switches into the Electabuzz, which means one potential threat is out of here, although the crit did allow me to take it out, so I do apologize about that. But hey, it's part of the game, and yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. But he gets a free switch into this Basculin, which means I don't want to bring in my Tangela on the off chance that he does go for the Ice Beam, so I thought my Ludicolo would be my best switch in, as he does end up getting a crit. And to be perfectly honest, that crit does not matter whatsoever, so I'm not going to complain about it or anything like that. And the switch out is very obvious, which is why I'm actually going to go for the Leech Seed, and he does end up switching into the Gardevoir. And I don't see any leftovers on this thing, which means I'm pretty positive that he is a choice set, although he could be Life Orb. Either way, my best switch in is going to be my Skunk Tank, just because I know he's not going to go for the Focus Blast, knowing that I could freely bring in Haunter, which means the middle move and best move to go for is going to be the Signal Beam, and I take that like a monster, which automatically tells me that this Gardevoir is choice Scarf as opposed to choice Specs, and it comes down to 50-50 on whether or not I'm going to take out this Gardevoir. Unfortunately, I miss the chance to take it out because I went for the Pursuit as opposed to the Sucker Punch, just because I thought he would stay in, predicting the Sucker Punch, and that way I would knock him out with the Pursuit. But hey, it's fine, because now I can get a free switch into this giant ass threat, which is Haunter, get up a free substitute knowing that he's going to be forced to switch out. I don't have to worry about taking any unnecessary damage from the Signal Beam. Above that, I do 4 times resist it, so it really wasn't that surprising that he did switch out into the Basculin, which means he's going to be able to break my substitute with the Aqua Jet, but in return, I take him out with the Sludge Bomb as he brings in the Flareon as opposed to bringing in the Gardevoir, which I really don't know why, but in the long run, I'm pretty sure it doesn't end up mattering that much that he brought in Flareon as opposed to Gardevoir. But yeah, after +1 speed, I'm still faster than him, which I found to be very odd. I guess maybe he missed-sabbed it or something, but I was able to get off an extra bit of damage with the Sludge Bomb, which means I can bring in Armaldo, take any hit from this Flareon, just because Armaldo does have a pretty solid 100 base physical defense, be able to spin the Wither Rocks, and the Flareon will then be knocked out by its own Toxic. Unfortunately, he now gets a free switch into this giant threat, which is Gardevoir, and I have nothing on my team that is going to appreciate a Psychic, so I have no choice but to leave in Maramaldo for Death Fodder, allowing me to get the free switch into my Braviary. Thankfully for me, I'm going to be able to take this Psychic, and in return, knock him out with the U-turn, which means his last 2 Pokemon, which are Milk Tank and Torterra, can both be dealt with by my Tangela, so long as Milk Tank does not have the Zap Zipper, and as you're about to see, he doesn't. He does just turn out to be the defensive Thick Fat set, and at this point, I can stall out the Heal Bells, Toxic, Milk Tank, and stall it out, basically. because there's really no other thing I can do. I'm just going to constantly switch in between Tangela and Ludicolo until eventually he either decides to run or I do knock out this Miltank. And if you're wondering why I can deal with Torterra, it's because I do carry the Hidden Power Ice on my Tangela, and at the amount of HP that Torterra is at, it will easily be knocked out by the Hidden Power Ice, so I'm really not worried about it whatsoever. And it's at this point that he realizes that there really isn't anything that he can do, and he doesn't want to stall anymore, so he's just going to end up running, and that's going to be the victory in my favor. I know I got a bit stalling near the end, but all in all, it was a very fun battle, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, you know what to do, guys. Continue to show me the support that you normally do. I greatly do appreciate it, and it motivates me to keep uploading for y'all. Sorry that I had a little stutter there. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your day, and I do believe I am out of here. Later.